Hello, I'm the TheZOMBIEJ, and I said I was done for today, but hey, I wanted to make this video real quick. So, I say that it's probably going to be another 19 fucking video. So, in 2015, obviously, we got Mask Maker versus Skull Grinder, otherwise known as Ekimu versus Kulta. Because apparently Skull Grinder is the leader of a skull cult. I don't know. It's weird. Skull Grinder was pretty cool. I liked Skull Grinder. Took him apart because I wanted to use his parts to build a mock. Well, I still have Ekimu here, the Mask Maker. One of two Mask Makers that were in the Bionicle G2 story. Story was muddled down. It was boring. Didn't like the story at all. Oh, well, okay. There were aspects of it that were kind of okay, but the execution of the whole story was lukewarm and nothing special at all. G1 was way more special, but anyway. Maybe I'll do a comparison video of the two stories, I don't know. But this is Ekimu. He has his hammer. He has his shoulder pads. He's basically the size of a protector. He's got translucent, or transparent, translucent whatever, blue for his armor, underneath the gold armor, and his limbs. He's got his shield. And, well, he's got a gearbox, so he can hammer smash. Hang on. Hammer smash your fucking face. He's got a hammer. He can shoot ammunition out of his hammer, apparently, because that's a thing he can do, which is weird. Kind of odd for a hammer, unless it's probably Mjolnir. I don't know. And, well, on the box art, he had a protector mask in gold, which fades to this trans blue. Kind of cool. Lame, though, in a way. I mean, it's cool to get the mask, you know. But no one's going to use it. I mean, are they? I used it for I used an extra copy I had for a mock. Well, a mock I already told you all about. Go check it out. It's Alita, Toa of Light. Anyway. And, we got that mask again, apparently, for the stupid fucking activity book, which actually sucks ass. It's not as good as the original activity book from G1. But hey, we got the Mask of Creation, and this is the first representation of the Mask of Creation that we ever got. This is the G2 one. There is a G1 Mask of Creation, finally, within recent years, actually. But I think that was created by a fan. I don't remember. It does look cool. Definitely looks more G1-esque than this. Because this, I mean, it's very regal. It's very cool looking. I mean, makes it look like he's got like a crown type of thing on top of his golden face with all these runes and whatnot. I like the look of this Mask of Creation. The trans blue one is kind of weird to have in trans blue, but hey, it's an option. It's cool. And I think more of these exist in different colors, actually. You can get, there are bootlegs ones out there, you can get those. But this is a Ekimu in his complete form as a protector sized character. We didn't get Makuta, unfortunately. We got his mask. We got the Mask of Control. That was it. What I wanted to see, because there was a build for the Journey to One edition of Makuta, this big, tall, titan dude, who looked actually pretty damn awesome. His design wasn't entirely that great, but hey, given the fact that it was made out of parts from Lord of Skull Spiders, the Ikea creature of fire, Onua Uniter, Tahu Uniter, even Umarak the Destroyer. What else? I don't know. there was definitely a number of sets that were used to combine, discombobulate, and boom. The designers shout out the Journey to One Makuta, as it's called, with what was a 3D printed, what looked to be like a champagne gold sort of thing, I don't know, mask of ultimate power. And the thing with that mask of ultimate power was that was the design that they supplied to the developers of that of the Journey to One, so they can model that in their show, in the render and whatnot, to be used in the show. We didn't get that Makuta. We got instructions, or at least something resembling instructions. I don't know. People have built the Journey to One Makuta. I didn't. I didn't have well, I had the sets, but I wasn't going to take them apart anytime soon at the time. And I wasn't going to spend the money to go get cloned copies of these sets that you need to build the set in order to build the set. Because the only thing I would have left to do was order the mask off of Shapeways, because the mask was... It was a cool design, the Mask of Ultimate Power they came up with for the show. I liked it, kind of. It has its problems, sure, but it was fitting for the Massive Titan set, you know? And while LEGO didn't give us the Mask of Ultimate Power, I had an idea. I had the perfect set they could have released at the ass end of G2, at the ass end of basically Christmas of 2016. Journey to One Makuta, the big Titan guy, with his staff, with everything, with the golden Mask of Ultimate Power, obviously in this gold, and also with, well, obviously this is Ekimu, but the mask maker version of Makuta with his mask of control, a shield, obviously the same shield that Ekimu here has, because why not, and his own hammer. But there's a catch. I would have had the gear system mirrored, so it would be flipped, and this arm would be the hammer arm, and this arm would be the shield arm. And while we did not get that would have been a perfect final set, a set that would have been a final send-off to the year, to G2. Would be Titan Makuta, Mask Maker Makuta, obviously with his Mask of Control and the Mask of Ultimate Power. That would have been perfect. I would pay like $40 to $45 for that. At the very least 40. But alas, we didn't get that. But again, the fans, we could get the parts to the sets that have the parts we need to build Journey to One Makuta. I lost interest in building it after, well, it's been so long now, so it's like I still want to build it at some point, but I'm not gonna do it. Let's be honest. A, it's not worth my time, and B, there's a bit of finesse, I think, or finicking around with that set. The Mask Maker Makuta, though, I did make out of a spare Ekimu body I had lying around. It sounded kind of weird, but hey. Behold, Mask Maker Makuta with his Mask of Control. This is the one that came with Umarak. It's the original copy. And he has the same basic layout as his brother Ekimu. He doesn't have a hammer, though. I am working on that, though. I will have a hammer for Mr. Makuta here. I've got the parts, I think, that I can use to potentially give Makuta a decent hammer, or at least a decent representation of his hammer. He does still have the same gear function in this arm, but you notice he doesn't have the trans purple. I didn't have all the parts that were available in that color, so I replaced the trans purple with black, because why not? Makuta has definitely, I mean, you know, going back to the spiraling vortex of doom Makuta in Minog at the final boss battle, you know, with the Toamata going up against Makuta, the spiraling vortex of doom of, you know, just blackened parts and whatnot, and tendrils. That in mind, that's basically that essence is carried along in the limbs and the armor of Makuta here. So I figured, you know, if I can't do trans purple, do the next best thing, because he did become a master of evil at some point, right? You know, crafting this evil plan to take over Okoto with the Mask of Ultimate Power and whatnot, and then Ekimu stopped him by hammer smashing his face in, and then the mask exploded, and then boom, everyone dies, puts Ekimu into a coma, and then Makuta, yeah. So, I don't know. This is as far that I went with this little build. Again, it's the same basic, you know, construction as Ekimu, but again, Mask of Control. I found it weird that the Mask of Control actually didn't have these, again, it's a regal mask, less regal, but it still had the runes and whatnot. It's still a cool looking mask, I think, but it's still, these things on each side, there was a prototype image where these were more splayed out, and there was something going on up top, but that was abandoned apparently, and it was all compressed, it looked like. But overall, this is what I have, and I've had this sitting around for a while now. And, well, yeah. So, I am going to build a hammer for him, and maybe a shield too, I don't know. But that is Makuta. And, well, his brother Ekimu. Expect these two in a random Bionicle video at some point. And, I guess while I'm on the subject of Ekimu and Makuta, I did, forego all the updates that I made to Ekimu, the mask maker here. I put him back in his original form because I was not happy, honestly. After the last video, I looked at Ekimu. I held him in my hand and was looking at him, and I was like, yeah, I wasn't happy with my updates that I made to him, and so I reverted him back to his original set form. So he does have the extra, he does have the extra friction, which is actually smoother this time around. Weird. He does have his bird friend, Agil, on his arm, perching. And he does have his shield on his side leg, where it should go. So, this is cool. I like the look of this. This is a nice little, I've always liked this version of Ekimu. I thought he looked like an actual Toa of Light probably would for G2. I mean, obviously Gali in the Journey to One said something that, yeah, we all know what she said, and it was kind of funny, but it was also kind of, you know, slightly cringy, but at the same time, I don't know. Much respect and love for Gali, though. But this version of Ekimu, again, actually comparing the two versions of Ekimu that we got, compared to the no versions of Makuta that we got, but we can easily build that Titan version if we wanted to. Obviously, you know, you can see the transition made from Protector-sized character to Toa-sized character, and there's definitely, yeah, there's definitely a resemblance here. It's definitely, like, the shield obviously has a different colored saw blade, but, and the mask is obviously not transparent, but, well, it's transparent on this Ekimu, solid gold on this Ekimu, and, you know, I've seen the two masks swapped, and honestly, I just like them as is. So, I'm going to have these two on display next to each other, I think, and that's always something that you should always do with Ekimu and Ekimu the Mask Maker. And while you're at it, build Makuta here, the Mask Maker, and have him on the other side of Ekimu the Mask Maker. So that is it for this video, and that is it for videos for today. Finally, I'm done. At least for today. So I will have more videos out for y'all tomorrow. I've got some lists I'd like to do. I have one list that's probably not going to make some people happy, but hey, to each their own. And I've got a list that is going to be a fun one for me, because I'll be talking about Kanohi masks. So prepare yourselves for tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Kanohi masks in a list video, so stay tuned. Anyway, I'm TheZOMBIEJ. I'll see you folks there. Have a good fucking day, and peace.